See you.
Great.
Yeah, thank you. Well, we have some things to talk about. What brings you in today?
I'm just so frustrated. I'm so completely done. I feel like no matter what I do, it's wrong. And I tried all the positive reinforcement is like I've tried everything that every therapist has ever given me.
You feel powerless.
I do. I feel so powerless because she
I can't do anything right.
What does that even mean?
Everything
I give you all the options.
Options?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I do them, and then you're like, no, that's not the way it was supposed to be done.
Well, you know my expectations.
You've
been my daughter for how long now? 16
Really?
years? You know my expectations and how I do things.
And how you do things. But what about how I do things?
So
don't I ever have a say in how I want to do something?
You don't feel like you've been heard. You feel like your
No.
ideas aren't valid.
Heard? She just tells me what to do. She doesn't listen.
I try to listen. But she goes off in so many different directions all the time. And I can't keep her focused. And I've been dealing with this for 16 years. And I just don't know what to do anymore.
Both of you have a very similar posture at the moment. You're both kind of like, you feel like you're at the end. You don't know where to go, you're stuck. You're both feeling very similarly that you don't know what to do.
No. Because it's like I've never been able to do anything right. And if I have a suggestion, she doesn't even like bother to say, oh, that might be a good suggestion, maybe you could do it that way. You always have to do everything the way it's always been done. There's never a new way to do something.
Why fix what isn't broken?
Sometimes you can get to the same end without a...
Okay, but really should it take you 4 hours to clean your bedroom?
The way you want me to clean it.
Well, why do you let it get that messy in the first place? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I just like to know where everything is, and I know where everything is.
How do you know where everything is in that mess? You have
trash
trash on the floor, your clothes are strewn all over the place, your bed's never made. I don't even know if you have a sheet on your bed.
Right now, Becca, Sue, I'm going to interrupt you just a second. This is an old debate, it sounds like. Something you've gone through a lot.
For the last 16 years.
It's interesting, I'm seeing from both of you a lot of eye rolling, a lot of frustrated feeling. And if you check in your body right now, both of you are pretty upset. Check your heart rate, your breathing, you're both really kind of tense. Is that right?
My chest is really tight right now.
Okay.
I will say that.
If you take a minute with me, and that's why we're here today, is to work on those kinds of things. So would you take just a minute with me and take a deep breath and try to relax, maybe change your posture, get comfortable, because I'm here not
You did not mean it like that.
What did Sue?
You don't huff. Deep breath. Not up.
Becca, thank you. I appreciate that you want her to behave in a certain way. I wasn't offended, and I appreciate you being willing to try. All right, the reason we're here today for you and you is not for me to help you individually, but to work on this relationship. Okay, your relationship is my client right now. And so I'm going to make sure that I'm doing what I can to help that feel better.
How can a relationship be a client?
Do you have an interaction with each other?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
It's not
it's not an interaction, it's like a control.
Okay, so instead of an interaction, do you feel like there's a conflict between you?
I feel like there's just a giant wall and it will never break down.
Would you like it to?
I don't know at this point.
Okay. You're feeling really frustrated
I am.
and defensive,
Yeah.
right? Like you are personally being attacked.
Yeah.
And Sue, would you say you're feeling the same way?
Well, I'm 16. I mean, I've got a brain.
Do you feel like you're being attacked personally?
Attacked?
I
feel like I'm being treated like a 4-year-old all the time. And like, just do it this way, just do it that way. It's like, I don't even have a brain. I just, like a robot or something.
Alright, you don't feel appreciated as an individual.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay. You feel like we don't see you, that people don't see who you are, you're not treated like
They just don't treat me like I have a brain.
Okay.
Like, I could do something, I could make a decision, I could decide how I want to do it and let me do it that way.
And when do you ever make a decision?
Becca, I'm gonna have you try first. Would you maybe summarize for us what Sue is trying to say to us? In your words, what are you hearing her say?
Well, I guess I hear her saying she doesn't have a voice and she doesn't feel like anyone listens to her or let her make her own decisions, which is totally untrue.
Well, hold on. Sue, before we get to that part and your feelings about it, I appreciate that you said you heard her say those things.
Yeah.
When your mom was saying what she heard you say, did you feel like that was what you're trying to say?
Sorta, I guess.
How'd that feel to be heard in that little bit?
Well, that's the first time in my life I ever heard that she
Okay.
thinks that I'm not being heard.
Okay, so she's hearing you say those things right now. Okay, you heard her say those things. Would you imagine for us for a minute, how might that feel to you if you weren't feeling heard?
Well, I already feel that way.
So maybe describe it for us. How does that feel?
I feel really like I've done everything I can, and somehow I'm still treated like I'm a terrible parent, and you know, I had her when I was really young, and I just don't know. I feel the same. I just feel unheard. I feel unloved. I do. I feel taken for granted and
Feel
just
sad.
kind of taken advantage of at this point. Yeah,
Yeah, you feel sad and unappreciated.
a little bit.
Okay. Would you say, Sue, that that's some of the way you're feeling? Is sad and unappreciated?
Yeah, she's a control freak.
Okay. What did you hear your mom just saying how she feels right now? What in your words, what was she saying?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you not recall, or did you not hear maybe?
I heard her say she feels sad, but I don't
Okay.
get it.
Okay.
Because it's like,
So maybe while she was talking, your thoughts were somewhere else? And that happens.
probably.
Okay. Sometimes when we hear somebody talking and it's hard for us, we start thinking about what we're gonna say next. Because we wanna make sure that we're protected. That's part of my job here for you, Sue, and we're getting to know each other. But my job is to be, when we're in here, we're gonna get a little more vulnerable and I'm gonna protect you. It's gonna be my job to help everything feel safe.
Okay.
Okay? So when your mom starts to talk, let's try to hear. When you're talking, she's gonna try to hear right now. Okay, just while we're here in this space, we can give it kind of some special attention and do things a little differently than we normally do.
Okay.
Okay? Appreciate that, thank you. Becca, how are you feeling right now?
I don't know.
Okay? I can see that you're kind of pulling back. Yeah, you're feeling like maybe some despair.
I feel done. Like I just don't know if this is gonna do anything because
Done? What does that mean?
I'm never gonna get through to you.
Get
And that's
through to
okay.
me?
Yeah, never, never, never. I will always get this. This is what I get every time.
When you hear the word never, what does that say to you?
And she's not even trying.
Like it's hopeless,
Yeah.
kind of pointless.
She's not even hearing me.
So both of you are feeling very similarly, if I can try. You're both feeling like this is hopeless, this is pointless, it's too hard, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's look at that. Why are we here then? Why can't we just stop talking to each other and leave each other alone for the rest of our days?
She's my daughter.
Your family.
She's under my care.
Okay.
Oh, I
So-
have to stay there because I'm not old enough to go out.
If you could, honestly, would you leave and never come back?
Yeah.
Huh? You're feeling really that frustrated?
Yeah.
Okay. I heard your mom just say that she doesn't want that, even though she feels at that same point, because you're her daughter, she feels connected to you. She wants to have a connection with you.
Well, she never compliments me or praises me or
Right.
says that was a good job. It's always,
What you're
it was
telling-
never good enough.
Because
you're
it never
telling-
works.
Becca, hold on, let's respond. You're feeling, and what I'm hearing you say is that you don't feel like you're engaged, like you're only criticized, you're only less,
Yeah,
and so you don't want that,
no.
right? That's the current status of the relationship. If it could be repaired, if it were a happy situation, how would you feel? This isn't a magic if, but what would it be like?
I'd probably feel more secure.
Okay. You feel like you were okay in the
I
house?
feel like I was accepted as a person.
Is that the kind of place you'd like to stay and be at?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think, Becca, would you agree that's a situation you would enjoy also? You personally feeling accepted and loved and appreciated?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the words sound good.
They sound great, but we've been promised that before, and it never come true.
That is our hope. That is our goal. Right? That's, if we have that hope, we can actually get somewhere. We can actually do something. We have to have a reason to want to come back. We have to have a reason to want to stay in your seat right now.
Well, if
instead
you
of
can get
walking.
her to listen to me, that would be awesome.
Well, I'm not going to be able to get either of you to do anything, but I'm going to provide an opportunity. Okay?
Well, what's that gonna look like?
Well, it's looking like we are right now. Are we having a typical conversation at the moment?
I don't know what a conversation
Does
is.
this feel like a normal situation? It's different.
No.
Yeah. And so you said, how are you going to get her to do that? Well, I'm not going to get either of you to do anything. I'm here to help you, but I know how to help in those kind of conversations. And like I said earlier, I'm here to help you feel safe in a vulnerable situation, because when we are conflicted and just in fight mode all the time, no one's going to open up and be willing to put their arms down first. We have to keep ourselves safe.
Yeah.
And so I'm here to help you say, it's okay, put your arms down and let's work together.
There's no such thing as putting our arms down.
It feels impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels unsafe.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Or if it's just gonna
Perhaps.
slap me.
Well,
When have I ever hit you?
Well, Dad used to, so I just figure everybody does.
Never once put my hands on her.
yeah. Physically sometimes feel unsafe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, in here, let's make that our number one rule, that we're physically safe. Okay? Does that feel?
Yeah, I've
You
never
feel safe?
touched her, I never will.
Sure.
I don't.
You feel safe in here yourself?
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like the worst that's ever gonna happen is she's gonna start screaming or do her typical and walk out the door.
Okay. And though we may feel like that, in fact, you were feeling like that a minute ago, like, okay, I'm done, I want to get out of here.
Yeah, but
Right,
I would
but you
never, I
stayed.
wouldn't leave.
You stayed,
Mhm.
because this is ultimately our goal, is to be able to have a relationship that we can enjoy.
She's my daughter and I love her and
And you want to improve that relationship.
mhm.
Even though right now, it's really hard. Right now, it's not going very well.
No, because
Okay.
it's like,
We
I think
acknowledge
it's like
that.
the first time I ever heard her say, I love you.
I would guess it's probably not, but the way you're feeling right now, it feels like that's what it's been. Just being a parent myself, you probably said, I love you 1,000 times. From
It
the
doesn't mean,
moment you showed up to now.
it never ever seems like it means anything.
Well, after a while, conflict kind of changes our point of view
Mhm.
and distorts what we remember even. And so, at this point, you and I, we have gotten to a point where we can agree that this is a place that we can come and try. Okay? Do you feel like this is a place you can come and try to have a conversation with
Well, I
mom?
can try.
Okay? You can try.
I can try.
Becca, do you hear what she's saying?
Yeah, she says she can try.
She can try. Now, I can